First of all, thank you, Riley, for being here and taking time out of your day to meet us in Central Park. I'll get straight into it. So how was it like seeing Tsai Ing-wen get this award?
I thought it was actually really nice. This was a really momentous occasion. If you think about it, this could potentially be her last trip to the United States as president of Taiwan. And so to be lucky enough to see her in person here in New York and be able to give her this award, which really signifies her leadership, I think, among global leaders. I think it was really meaningful, and so I moved. I managed to meet her, right in 2016, right after she came into office, and so to see this progression over the last 6 years was really something to, I think, warmly welcome.
And can you talk about the significance of Tsai getting this award?
Yeah, the award that Hudson gave her is really a unique award. Obviously, that's the thing about awards. If you give them out to too many people, they kind of lose their meaning. And so we've really, over the past history of Hudson, I think, given this award to really those who we found really deserve it. Ronald Reagan, Shinzo Abe, quite a few others. And what it signifies is their global leadership and their shared values that we really recognize. Their respect for some of the same values that we have, so individual freedom, open markets, and of course strong allies and partnerships.
And you did touch on allies and partners. Tsai's trip does come at a time when cross-strait tensions are pretty high. Can you kind of talk about the current state of U.S.-China and U.S.-Taiwan relations in the region?
Yeah, I would say that the U.S.-China relationship right now is pretty rocky. I think the Biden administration is really actually working very hard to try and engage with their counterparts in Beijing, but Beijing is really turning a cold shoulder, not just to the United States, but to a lot of countries. You could say, maybe it's an internal issue as they kind of solidify around Xi Jinping as a leader, or maybe it's just the general shift with China becoming closer to Russia and other sort of bad actors around the world. So in that regard, the U.S.-China relationship isn't really in a good position, and I don't necessarily see it improve in the short term, at least. Hopefully, maybe things can get better in the long term. But on the flip side of that, I think the U.S.-Taiwan relationship right now is actually really, really something to behold. I think it's doing really well. Tsai has managed to continue to engage with two very different presidents, Donald Trump and now Joseph Biden, very different administrations, but the issue around Taiwan, I think, has really become bipartisan from a Washington point of view. And so both Republicans and Democrats are really unifying around what it means to move closer with Taiwan, engage on a variety of security and economic matters. And so this kind of solidifies all the work that she has really done over the last several years.
And how has China reacted so far to Tsai transiting in New York? And what do you think we'll see if Tsai Ing-wen does actually meet with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California?
It's not uncommon for presidents of Taiwan to transit through the United States. I think they say Tsai has already been to the U.S. 6 or 7 times throughout her time as president, and so it really isn't that uncommon. I think what's uncommon is just the rhetoric that we're hearing out of Beijing, right? They're becoming more rhetorically hostile, right? Just verbally abusive almost about these trips. Now, Speaker of the House going to Taiwan, that's not a rare occurrence. That's only happened twice. And now if McCarthy and Tsai meet, that would be a little bit different than him going there, but I think not uncommon, shouldn't be unnatural. So I wouldn't expect to not see future presidents of Taiwan come to America, and of course U.S. officials and policymakers, members of Congress continue to go to Taiwan as well.